Thank you so much. It is such a joy to be here. I am overwhelmed. Thank you so much to Brockton Writers Series, everyone involved. Blessed to have been invited to speak here today. Thank you to the other readers and your remarkable work. Honestly, what a joy to share the space with you. I'm going to put this here. I have a tendency to go on and on. So I needed to stop myself. And I'm also very grateful. I'm reading to you from my latest collection of poems, which was published earlier this year with Brockton Writers Press. I'm also going to read you some new baby poems that have never seen the world, except for my editor's inbox. Those are forthcoming in GRENOSIDE, which is out with Gordon Hill in 2026. And I feel very grateful that I wrote most of these poems while living in Toronto. I'm a guest on this space, of course, as a settler. So Toronto was covered by Treaty 13, the Williams Treaties, the traditional territories, the Mississaugas, the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat people. So I'm eternally grateful to be able to write and live on this space. I'm going to start with, okay, this one is the new book, and then there's the affectionately titled new book. So I'm going to start with the new book. This is a poem called Found. It was published by the wonderful editors at Grade. It is after Georgia O'Keeffe, Linda Paston, Richard Sykin, Sylvia Plath, Raymond Carver, and Nico Harvey. Also, I have books for sale if you fancy a copy. This is page 9 of the book. I have done nothing all summer but wait for myself to be myself again. The sun oozes cerulean sky, a clot of swallows overhead. I peel my own orange, gorge every segment, globes of juice dart into my wrists and chin, swaddle my pain in my arms until it sleeps in an unlit room. I haven't shouted since the ground glittered with ice, salt teeth stinging. How much can I change before it turns into murder, please? I'm desperate to get what I want, even so, for the good things to happen, for the asters to hurry, for the lindens to blush, for someone to forget a glove in my life and come back for it later. This is how you lose me. Bees are out on the razzle, pollen drunk, the triumph of their butterfly milkweed and lavender habit. Freckles in their velveteen green tell tales ever how you erupt. My mum would have kittens if she knew. Please soften, and not only when you're on a come down. This is how you lose me. I won't eat for days and dream of holding myself through the tissuey air of the Humber Bay Arch Bridge. That was published in Brewery. The Whole Damn Moon, which is dedicated to my Rottweiler. Can we chronicle the sky? Cornflower with milk white apostrophe stars strung in its abundance. A neighbour at my door knocking, one hand a fistful of daffodils, their canary trumpets, the other catching and cooing over my heart as it runs amok. I want to be swaddled like that. The ghost of tissue paper holding stems, fingers permed around ribbon. Compose me an incantation for splendor, a posy for the medicine of honeyed tea, another for the ritual of sudsing and soaking my Rottweiler's dish. He makes it look easy. His boundless joy barks ricocheting graffitied underpass. Yes, you are prairie fire blossom. Yes, you are a whole damn moon. Oh. I'm going to read from the new book, GRENOSIDE. There are 2 sections to this book. One section is, first section, GRENOSIDE, is written entirely in phonetic Yorkshire dialect. I'm from Yorkshire, if you can tell. So that's the first section of the book, but the second section is called Dream Songs for Two Working Feet. It's a cycle of 15 poems about a catastrophic injury I incurred after being run over by a truck. So I'm going to, time permitting, read you 3 poems from the new collection. These are brand new, so they're my baby poems, so be kind. Dream Songs for Two Working Feet. This is number 1. Abandon the kitchen, peonies, roses, and a pebble dash of baby's breath exhale in a bucket in the sink. Walk towards the morning velvet sky, marmalade light, grave stars. Kind of cold that can take you, slip you into sleep. Press on, coat flung open, gloves off. Wrangle ram horn handles through the garden jammed with the carcasses of beans and zucchini, the skulls from birds of paradise choke the spokes of your wheels. Huddle beyond a plot of yellowwood and black cherry. Dufferin Mall dilapidates, clouds so close you could on tiptoe touch them. In no frills, the surprise of a friend in aisle 9. Crab cream, eggs, Brussels sprouts in a backpack, blow kisses. Dodge a truck, it turns into you, rips the flesh from your foot. Scream onto Bloor Street, arms out a starfish, beg pedestrians, promise paramedics you're not normally with this. I had to smile because I'm this friend I ran into, middle of the pandemic. So I'm going to read you another one from that collection. This is number 6, not that they're really in any particular order. A truck grinds her foot into flour, mangled, fresh, incandescent blood, plum skin stretched over cranberry flesh. It seesaws categorizations of limb and meat between alive and necrotic. Who knows if she'll keep it? There's a pandemic. Everybody calls. Her nurse teaches her how to pray, hand high-fiving heart, eyes to sky, to a mutiny of swallows. She daydreams fire, smoke fogging, oyster pink lungs, of weightlessness in the belly like being pushed on a swing, counts on her fingers how many seconds until she snaps onto Church Street, of downing all her oxycodone. It's been so long since she cubed shallots, destemmed broccoli, had her arms up to her elbows in dishwater muck. She can't stop it. Each day, a different woman scrubs her shoulders, slathers sandalwood and vanilla, towel dries her hair, immaculate. She can't crumble. The tonnage of isolation buckles her spine. She wants her life to be a circus of dogs, of overripe peaches, of redolent mowed lawns. This is the last poem in the cycle, which is dedicated to Maggie, my pit bull poodle. There's a dog. Her pit bull licks, noses her side, bagel formation, circular dog, shoe polish, snout, tail a feather, cushions a mass, velvet, corduroy, crepe nests closer. When she chases the ball, nothing else matters. A flush of chickadees, wisteria sky, squirrel running amok. Ball is life. Rectangled cheddar of no interest. She knows astounding measures of language. Bedtime. Mama, can you get me your crate? She walks without her cane. Lassoes the creature to her waist. She coos. She understands everything. Doesn't pull or lurch. Reads her limp. Enumerates her pain. Unbroken eye contact. Their hearts connected by invisible string. Seven and a bit minutes left. I'm going to go back to the book. I'm going to read you Exile. This has a little homage to Anthony Doerr. Don't you want to be alive before you die? A prayer can be anything. This lilac morning, its navy blue branches and sparrow specks. I slice a radish and think of you. Everyone has the right to disappear. On our walks, the streets teem with blossom, butter and peach pearl. Here's something I wonder. Because my puppy was born in winter, was young in winter, does she know instinctively there is a summer to come, or will it be a surprise? I have a throat full of Russian, not nonsense, nursery rhymes. I reread my sent emails to remind me who I am, slather cream on the reptilian skin of my knuckles and wrists, cross-hatched by paper cuts. Everyone has the right to do away with themselves. Pain zigzags. I exile my foot to remember when it was ripped off. Flesh seams fraying, dangling by a ribbon of ligament, salvage scrapped. I'm ragweed skinny again. Remember, now all the nice things mean nothing. I'm going to read Persimmon Season. This was published in Swamp Pink. Read the end of Persimmon Season, a year without their caramel flesh. January unspooled unendingly, sparrows ballistic among the fractured elbows of meadowsweet. The sky melts charcoal to apricot, snow silver and curdling. How can a body withstand this? Tape measuring time by surgeries, colon resections, an ectopic pregnancy, abortions, a crushed foot. Your heart smashes. Every good shell you hold, their velvet bellies, iridescent lavender and pearl splinters to shrapnel in your hands. Cling to your pitbull poodle, scrub your knuckles red, wash and rewash the dish, your body protesting no, no. Okay, 1 minute. I'm going to read all the things that come from a person leaving. If you read my bio, you'll see that I was raised first in Moscow, then in England by my mother and my grandmother. This is dedicated to my very dear granny. All the things that come with a person leaving. Move as if through honey, slower than you like to grow stronger than you are. Remember this. If your head's a spinning top at bedtime, it's enough just to close your eyes and rest. Gauge the bird by its song, the surprise of an owl's hoo at lunchtime, arrow geese overhead. Pansies suckle the windowsill, an oratorio from eggshells shattered in the sink. The almond flowering is another way of harnessing hope. Buttercup cheers you, yellows your chin. Clouds crochet away the burgeoning stars. I want to tell you all the things that come with a person leaving. The abundance of jumpers, a cotton lawn, a single piece of silver you box and sharpie. Unfold and refold your brief, shake it out, make it small and get on with it. Keep your new shoes off the table. Never sew with pins lining your lips, and when the oranges are round and ripe, eat. Let juice trickle back to your elbows. Litter the garden with their peel and pith. Keep the bugs away.